Alright, may or may not be live on YouTube. I'm not 100%, but hello, welcome. Just finished watching Summer Game Fest and Day of the Devs. We're now switching over to the Devolver Direct. This is Devolver Digital's annual E3-like showcase. Though they usually have wacky showcases. But this year, they're just focusing on one game. We're just gonna see what this one game is. And I guess they have an hour to do it, because next is the IO Interactive Showcase. This will be interesting. I'm not even sure what this game is.
Kenny's son makes video games. In fact, Kenny's son has made games for as long as he could remember. Even as a young man, his curiosity and dedication to the art was apparent. His parents, his teachers, and his friends all knew this about Kenny. He loved video games, and his desire to make them was undeniable.
It's Volvy.
Taking inspirations from the world around him and the games that formed his tastes, Kenny was always in front of a screen, tinkering away at whatever idea fluttered through his mind. Video games would take Kenny far in life, but he could have never expected
Breakout.
the heights he'd one day reach.
One day, I'm gonna make a game called Ball Pit just for you, Volvy.
Ball Pit. Ball Pit, the Kenny son story.
Hey there, I'm Kenny's son, and I'm coming up with my new game, Ball Pit. And this is how I imagine my studio would look like if Devolver Digital gave me enough funds to make their own studio.
Are you the only one here?
Yes, it's just me.
There's like 5 of us, Kenny.
So whose studio is this? So, my first notable game was Circa Infinity, a hypnotic platformer that was passed over by Devolver Digital when I first pitched it to them. But that game did a lot of good to me. It gave me the belief and the confidence to actually make video games as a career. And I'm so grateful for the early support from players, and no props to Devolver Digital for obvious reasons. From there, I started taking out video games every year to hone my craft and explore the passion that I had for geometric shapes. And that gave rise to the IGF-nominated Mr. Sun's Hatbox, which was again declined by Devolver Digital. But that game got a lot of commercial and critical success. And now we are here in the present tense. Ball Pit, the brick breaking, the ball fusing, the base building, survival roguelite in partnership with Devolver Digital. They finally got their together, and they saw the potential of this beautiful game, and its balls started dangling in front of their faces.
So, do you want me to edit out that last part?
No, please don't, keep it. So now we're going to discuss about Ball Pit, and we're going to see its first trailer. And after that, we're going to dwell a little bit deeper into what makes this game so much fun. Roll that footage, Henry.
If it's like Breakout, I'm all about Breakout, so.
Henry.
It's a game I was like addicted to playing on my fucking, I think it was on Windows XP computer that I had. It's either that or Vista. I can't remember. I remember playing it on PC a lot though. But it was under a different name. It was like a remade game. Also, I think I played another version of it a lot on like a collection of emulated games. Like it was like built into a modified N64 controller that my parents bought at a mall or something. I can't remember. But you know those like shitty like remade plug and play TV games? It's like that. There's a lot of Breakout there. This is much more fast paced though. Wait, so you're building... Are you building the worlds and destroying them?
descend into chaos.
Oh, the demo's out now.
That computer isn't even plugged in.
So, anyways, listen. When I first started work on Ball Pit,
When we started work on Ball Pit, we.
so I was saying, it was a little different from what it is right now. The core concept has been the
Right.
same from the beginning, but I've built on top of it the last few years. Also, the game comes from a very private, intimate space. Look, when I was a little boy, I was diagnosed with IBS, internal ball syndrome.
That's not what that stands for.
Now, what that meant was that I would spontaneously spit up balls.
These dang balls.
Now, that was not painful or anything, but the affliction was such an important part of my life that I had to weave it into the narrative of my next game as an artist. And as they say, true art lies within.
Okay.
Ball Pit. The demo is on Steam as we speak, and the full game is going to release later this year. So if that is something that intrigues you, then please give the demo a spin and also wish list the game to be up to date with the release date later this year. And if even then you're not convinced, then I have two folks that I've invited who have been really important for me to bring this game to life. And other people back behind the scenes team, thank you so much, everybody.
Thanks.
But these two have been the 2 stars for sure.
Thank you, Kenny. And hello to all you gamers out there. I'm Rick, and I play the Fireball in Ball Pit.
And I'm Janice.
Some of you may recognize me from my past work, say as a segment in the Super Mario Bros. Fire Bar. Yes, I was Ball 3. And most recently as the Light Punch Hadouken from Street Fighter. And my co-star Janice, who is new to video games and quite honestly in over her head.
That was an unnecessary jab, Rick. So, hello, I am Janice, and I play one of the hunters in Ball Pit, which is just one of the many playable characters. But, well, I'm just so excited to be working on a video game. So my kids love video games, and they just think this is so cool. And I used to work in insurance, and you know, sometimes I handled fires, but not like fireballs. Would love to extinguish that. But this is just so much more fun. Look at me in my dress-up outfit. It's so fun. But anyways, I'm rambling now, so sorry about that. I'm just excited to be here. Woo!
A masterclass in syllables. Now, Ball Pit is a fast-paced fantasy roguelike wherein heroes must find the balls to plunge deeper into a seemingly bottomless pit of monsters.
Okay.
There are 2 sides to the game, much like that two-faced Janice.
Oh, you, Rick.
The combat side of Ball Pit sees players select one of the hunters, each with their own starting ball type and special perks. Collecting XP gems from vanquished foes builds up your meter, which allows you to add new balls and items into the mix and upgrade, or even combine existing balls to create insane mashups of power. Each realm you visit has its own unique enemy tile set, pesky mini-bosses, and menacing final boss figure to clash
You have
with
like
at the
one
very end
main
of the run. Win or
shot that's
lose,
just
you can
those
take
little
some
white
or
ones,
all of your spoils of
and
war
then I'm guessing
back
you
up the pit to
press
base camp.
like
Use
something
those
else, like a face
resources
button or something to
build out
shoot
new structures to your
the
town, and
larger
fields
colored
to
ones.
harvest that unlock new playable hunter characters, each with their own flair in combat. Over time, your base will expand, giving way for more room for buildings, fields, and quarries to draw from, and improve your hunters' chances of survival. There are many realms to roam, many hunters to unlock, and a dizzying amount of balls and combinations to experiment with on your quest to rebuild Babylon.
Thanks for mansplaining, prick.
Ball beyond.
I mean, Rick. Slip of the tongue.
And that, my friends, was a little bit on Ball Pit. And there is a lot more to unveil in the coming months as we march towards the release later this year. If you still haven't, please try the demo on Steam as soon as you can. Because this has been something that I've wanted to create since I was a sweet little boy.
Hi.
And this is something very, very special.
Like a fucking skit from what's the actor's name, the comedian's name? Big on Vine. Will Sasso. Fucking Will Sasso skit. Alright, well that's Ball Pit. I guess it's not an hour long. Which means I get to take a break before the IO Interactive Showcase, if that is truly ending here. I have no idea. So that's not exactly Breakout, but it definitely looks inspired by Breakout. Stream hasn't caught off, so I don't know what's happening. But the gameplay looks chaotic and much faster pace than Breakout. It seems like you have one main fire, which might be an auto fire, or it could be like you're just holding the trigger the entire time, and you're constantly firing the main fire, which is the small little pellets, the balls. Okay, there we go. That's it. That's the end of it there. Oh yeah, my stream deck isn't working. So yeah, and then it looks like maybe you're pressing a face button or something to shoot the larger, like more colored ones. But obviously balls coming back don't stop the gameplay or lose health or anything. It seems like it's just preventing stuff going down Space Invader style or Tetris style. So you just gotta stop that, I guess. So it's like an alternate takeout. Interesting. There is a demo out, so maybe I should play it, see how I feel about it. I don't know. But it's weird having an entire showcase, which is about, I started late, so it's like maybe like 15 minutes, 20 minutes on this random game. I mean, it had the typical Devolver Digital humor and style, so I mean, I at least appreciate that. But it seems weird, like it could have just been just its own separate trailer that they could have released. It just didn't have to be its own thing. But anyway, also being its own thing is going to be the IO Interactive Showcase, which is happening in about half an hour. And you know what? It's a good time for a break before that happens. So I'm going to step away and enjoy the little half an hour break, and then I'll come back. We'll start watching the IO Interactive Showcase here on Twitch and YouTube. So definitely come back soon. That's going to be starting. If you missed any of the Summer Game Fest stuff, it is archived on our YouTube channel, so you can watch it later. We're going to have a full day tomorrow, starting with Wholesome Games Direct in the morning, and then ending it all the way up to the end of the day with the Frosty Games Fest. And Future Game Show is going to be part of that. Unfortunately, we will not be watching the Green Game Showcase, which is officially part of Summer Game Fest, so that's going to be one we're skipping because we've opted to watch the Future Game Show instead. So, and then Sunday will be the Xbox Showcase and PC Gaming Show, and that's going to pretty much wrap up our Summer Game Fest coverage. There is the Black Voices in Gaming on Monday. I imagine there's going to be other showcases throughout the week. I think we're just going to stick to this weekend of showcases, make it simpler. If there's anything that anybody wants to watch in the group that we want to make sure happens, we'll see if we can, either they're gonna like watch it live without me and I'll just forward everybody the assets that they need to use to stream here, or I will join them for a later reaction like we did for the PlayStation State of Play, where we couldn't watch live, so we postponed it to later in the day. So whichever option works best. We're not going to react to everything, just the stuff that we want to watch and can focus our energy on. So yeah. Again, are you excited for this game? Have you been excited for anything else showcased on Summer Game Fest? You can let me know in the comments. Yeah, I guess if you're watching this before the rest of the weekend, what are you looking forward to? We still got the Xbox Showcase. There's a rumored Nintendo Direct. I don't know. But yeah, you can just let us know down there, and we'll check out the comments. And hope you enjoy the coverage for Summer Game Fest Day 1. It's not over yet. IO Interactive Showcase is next in about 30 minutes. I'll be back here. So yeah, I'll see you soon.